Public Works, 2 alley returns of Fort Street between 6th and 7th were repaired. And General Custer and Holmes Road, there were 2 deteriorated flow lines that were replaced with concrete. The fire department, firefighter Coits and firefighter Woods serve as EMTs on the Special Situation Response Team, or SSRT. And here they are during the latest training on how to control severe trauma bleeding. In the Parks Department, Seven Hills, or Arc Park, continues to progress. Here's a picture of the splash pad development. The parking lot is substantially complete. Some work does remain. There's actually a shortage in the availability of pavement marking paint, so that should be done in a couple weeks. For now, the parking lot will remain closed while construction is ongoing and for Parks Department to establish the grass. And then the playground perimeter fence installation is underway. Also along Chitola Canal, staff planted 7 trees, or the vicinity of General Custer Drive south of 22nd Street. Staff has also been adding fall zone material to playgrounds. In IT, so coming in 2022 is going to be a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 988. So what that require will go to 10-digit dialing. So you'll have to use the 785. IT has been making the changes to fax machines, speed dials, fire and security alarms, and other infrastructure that requires phone system. Here's Corporal Scott Hyman reading to kids at the library as part of their summer reading program. Also, Lieutenant Brandon Wright conducted radar training for members of the Hays Police Department. There's a lot more to the radar than I realized. Apparently it has to be calibrated and certified. I did not know it was so technical. On June 3rd, Holly Dickman presented the Water Smart Landscape at the library as part of the Crossroads exhibit. Here's water resource staff loading biosolids. So as a byproduct of our waste treatment, is EPA refers to it as sludge, but it must be removed off-site and it gets spread on to farm ground. There was an alarm issue at the Dakota lift station after the hail and rainstorm we had on May 26th. So here is Mark Lang and Sean Swift addressing it. Also, just a couple days ago, you probably saw or heard there was a water leak on 22nd and Vine. And then here's a picture of staff actually cutting out the damaged section of the pipe. In CVB, Melissa Dixon and Sarah Bloom with Downtown Hays Development Corp presented a session on the March to Maine welcome event. Mayor Jacobs also had her own panel for that. Brandon Cooley with CB has completed virtual tours of these 3 spaces that are now found on visithays.com to help visitors kind of get an idea of what there is to do in Hays. They've been busy with events. So on the left is Melissa Dixon and the CVB's Hospitality and Tourism Summer Intern Israel Luna. They're actually helping at a Kansas Emergency Managers Association conference that was at the Hilton Garden Inn. In the middle is Melissa helping with the Amateur Athletics Union Missouri Valley Track and Field District Qualifier event that had roughly 600 to 1,000 participants. And then on the right, Janet Kuhn and Israel again at the Junior Golf Championship that they had at Smoky Hill a couple weeks ago. During the latest art walk, CV provided a chalk art station. The runway, the lighting rehab continues to progress. It is on track to complete on time. So on the left, you can see the conduit, and on the right, they're replacing and putting the lights in cans, and they're going to LED. Employments. It was reported to us this morning by Jamie Salter, Director of Airport, that we are at 1,018, and we're on track to be about 1,150. So we're above 2018 numbers for the airport. And as you can see, a year ago it was only at 218. So it's rebounded quicker than the national average here in Hays.
And I would add that the 1223 in 2019 included a Chicago flight that we don't have now. So very good performance for us.
Project management, 27th Street reconstruction continues. Next week, construction should move further east to Canal, and they'll open that section right south of Dillon's that is in the picture. Tallgrass Second Edition continues to move. This is Paul Wurtenberger Construction, and they're also doing the 27th Street, so they're moving back and forth between projects, but they're moving along on that. On June 7th, Hess Services began improvements to the 230th Avenue and 55th Street intersection. So this is a $2 million project that's being funded in part by the KDOT Economic Development Grant. It's expected to be completed in October, and they were able to widen some shoulders and install some culverts at this early stage. North Vine, I think we're all familiar with that. They're in Phase 3, which is the light blue that's being constructed right now. Couple of the latest aerial photos show this is the teardrop roundabout at the interstate exit, and you can see it's the west side really forming up, and then the east you can see they're starting to frame up what will be the lanes. And then in the background, as you look north on the left, you can see the Mopar, and then of course on the right as the picture is looking southbound, so you can see the 37th Street one taking shape as well. Kind of a better picture of the teardrop on the left. Again, you can see where they're getting ready to put the rebar in so they can pour the concrete. And then on the right side is a picture of the 37th, and you can actually see when this picture was taken, pretty much the south half of that roundabout is near completion. So they're moving right along.